Good morning, Facebook. I'm back. 2 lives in one day. Crazy town. I can't believe it's already Thursday. My little guy came and snuggled with me in bed this morning, and I actually said last night, I asked him if he was going to watch Monday Night Football, and he goes, Mom, it's Wednesday. I was like, oh my gosh, is it seriously already Wednesday? So, it is Thursday now, and I only got one more working day this week. And I'm super excited because I think that this weekend, hello Christine, I think this weekend we might start decorating for Christmas. I don't usually do that until Thanksgiving. Like normally, I cater our Thanksgiving dinner. Like I go to Cracker Barrel or somewhere and I like buy it and then bring it home and we eat. So usually we do that, and then by noon we have, everything picked up and we start decorating. And that's when we take all of our fall stuff down and put it back in the bins and, all that kind of stuff. But, I'm throwing stuff this morning. I, found all of these cute Christmas ceramics, and after I went to Paint Party Headquarters Live, in Texas with Heidi Easley last month, we painted, I don't know if y'all saw, let me pull it up, let me get it over here. We painted this adorable little truck, and it was so fun, and I'm going to do it, I believe, for a local class soon. But Saturday, I packed my daughter up, and we went to Michael's and bought all the things. I can't even tell you what all we bought. It was too much stuff because it was a long way away and we don't get to go very often. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Mary. So I had planned on, I talked to y'all this morning when I was cleaning brushes, I planned on painting this board, but I am going to prop it up right here. It fell on me yesterday, and I broke a blood vessel in my hand. It was it was funny. I'm not gonna lie, because like I turned around and like the board's coming at me, and I went ah, and it just popped. But anyway, I found all these cute ceramics when I was in Michael's, and I just wanted to paint some more. And these have like the lights already in them, which I thought was super fun. But this morning, when I was getting ready to get everything situated to paint that, I realized that I had this sitting on my desk and I hadn't painted it yet. I painted it red. I used the one coat red, the Liquitex Basics, which I showed y'all I think in a live last week, and I painted that. But this weekend, while I was, good morning Heidi, while I was at Michael's, I found this W, and my friend Sarah, who has a paint studio in Texas, she was doing these ornaments, and they're so cute. And well, I can't go to one of her classes because it's so far away. And I had picked this ornament up at Hobby Lobby. I believe it was like $12.99, so it's 50% off. But I picked it up last year and fully intended to paint it and didn't. But when I saw hers, they're so stinking cute, and then I saw this W, and I thought that would be perfect. So I'm going to get this project, hello Jennifer, I'm going to get this project going so I can get it off of my table so that then we can paint our porch leaner. So that will probably be either tomorrow or next week. But it's prepped and ready. If you have not gotten your templates yet, they are in my shop. It is a super versatile project, and what's great is if you do classes, they're so customizable that like people could write whatever they want. Good morning, Jewel. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Jennifer. Okay, so I need to grab my stencil. Let me see where I put it. Oh, I have a big one. Here, this one I'm gonna use. So I have this one and this one. Let's see which one's bigger. I cut these on my silhouette And I put the, oh, this one's even bigger. I put the files in my online shop. So if you have a silhouette cutter, you could also cut your own stencils. And the reason I did that is because I loved the idea of the stencils, but I wanted them bigger. I wanted to make some bigger ones. And so I listed 4 sizes in there. All right, so I've got this stencil. I wanted to try something. What does that say? Good morning. Thank you, Crystal. Good morning, Jewel. Okay, so my daughter, she had this bright idea one day to make these squishies. I don't even really know what that is. But we got some of this magic eraser stuff at Dollar Tree, which if y'all saw my live this morning, I cleaned brushes and I used Goof Off Pro Strength, and one of my sweet viewers said that they sell it at Dollar Tree. I had no idea. I paid $5 for it. Was a big bottle, but I got it yesterday at Walmart. So what is the stencil made from? The material is in my Amazon affiliate store, and I can put that link up later. It is Mylar. I will tell you that I bought 6 ml. What is that you cut the stencil on? Tina, I think a Cricut would work. You just need to do some research, like look for some YouTube videos. I cut mine on 6 ml, but they also, I think most like stencils that you buy are on 7.5 ml. So it's just kind of a personal preference. This is just a little bit thinner. Guys, when I use a stencil, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for quick, a seamless pattern. It's not going to be perfect, but I wanted to try this instead of a dauber. So let's try it, because no time like the present. All right, so I've got an old plate here, but that material I did put both of those in my Amazon store. And the stencils that I created, like the stencil templates that I created, they're in 4 sizes. They range from like 1 inch to almost 3 inches. And and they cut on a 12 by 12 sheet. So like, let me just show you. Basically like the size of a sheet of scrapbook paper is what the stencil is set up to cut on. So you could just bring that straight into your software. But what's awesome is if you have the software, which if you use a cutter, you have some type of software. If you have it, you can also you can break that design apart, and you can take the edge away, and you could do a 24-inch if you just set 2 next to each other. I hope that makes sense. Oh, Mary, that's a great idea. Now, I'm using this morning, so you're gonna ask. I'm using the Deco Art Premium. This is the Carbon Black acrylic, and I'm going to start with it somewhat off of my board. And I'm just gonna start up and down, straight up and down. I got most of the paint off of my sponge. I'm gonna take my time, and I'm just going to up and down. I'm going to try to keep it from moving. Y'all know that, well, I think y'all know, most of you know, if you've hung around me for any length of time, I am a serial learner. There isn't a day goes by, it sounds really weird, but I never liked school. Like, school was not my thing. Like history, math, all of that. But I love to learn new techniques, especially when it comes to art, because I love paint and I love art. And I've never would have thought, 5 years ago that I would be painting, but I fell in love with it. But anyway, this morning, while I was working at my desk, I was watching videos on watercolor because I have watercolors and I play with them a lot, but I've never like really taken a watercolor class. And to be honest, I don't really have time to like go to a watercolor class, and so I use Skillshare a lot for those kind of things. Like if I just need a quick class on something. So if anyone wants a free trial to Skillshare, I think I can share my link and you'll get 2 months free. But what's awesome is like this class was only maybe an hour long. Whoops. But she went through like everything from talking to you about, you know, the difference in the, what do you call it, the brush fibers, to the paper and the weight and whether it's cold pressed or hot pressed, I think was the other. And I was like, man, I had no idea there was just so much to it. Oh, that's looking so pretty, guys. Y'all see that? Now remember, we're not looking for perfection. We're just looking for a fun, seamless pattern back here. And I probably am putting too much paint on. I will tell you though, I am loving the way that this sponge works. So, uh-oh, I moved it. So if you have stencils and you like to use those, these that come from Dollar Tree, I'm loving them. All right, need to do this. Move my hand. Jennifer, I always need to go to Hobby Lobby. I mean, I think as a woman, it's just part of our DNA. We need to go to Hobby Lobby. Thank you, Rebecca. I do too. I had purchased a stencil off of Amazon, but it was buffalo plaid, but it was just too small. And so when I started looking, I thought, well, I'm just gonna design one and cut one. And so I sat down and made a seamless pattern in Photoshop and then converted it to a bunch of different sizes so that I could have all the different sizes. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna move over here. I had somebody this weekend at one of the parties this weekend. She was using a stencil and she goes, man, you know, it always looks so easy, but it's not as easy as you think it is. And I'm like, no, it's really not. It's time consuming and it's beautiful, but it does take a little bit more effort than you realize. Oh, shoot. That one's gonna have a blob. See if I can lift some of that off. Hello, Mona. Who was it? Somebody was saying they have a Cricut and they were talking about wanting to cut their own stencils. This would be my tip for you. Here's what I would tell you to do. And this is from learning the hard way. Take one of the pieces that you get, hello Tammy from Tupelo. Take one of the pieces that you get from Amazon or wherever you order from. Hold on a second, shoot. I'm slipping. And put it on your cutting mat. And then I want you to try several different settings because it's going to take you a hot minute to figure out which setting is going to be the best for you and for your machine. And they're all a little bit different. Okay, I'm going to wipe the back. I should have brought a paper towel in here, but since I didn't, I'm just going to use my microfiber towel. I'm starting to get bleeding through on my stencil. So let me move this so you can see. So I'm just going to set it on here, and I'm going to get that paint off the back of it. I'm getting it on my hands in the meantime. That's okay. There's obviously there are better ways to do this, cleaner ways, but I'm just trying to get the back clean so that it will not bleed when I continue to paint. All right, so that's good and dry back there, so I can go back to using it. And I'm gonna replace my stencil. Let's see. I gotta see where, oh, here we go. Okay. I'm just gonna set it back up. Now you can tape down your stencil if you want to, just so that you don't have to worry about like having to line it back up. But you don't have to. You never want to tape to wet paint either. So if I had just painted this background and it wasn't dry, I wouldn't tape. All right, so I've got it, I think, lined back up. I am gonna tape this down though now that I moved it. Roscoe, what are you doing over here, buddy? Oh, where's my tape? I think, oh, there it is. I'm gonna say, I think my children took it. All right. I'm gonna tape this down. Let me make sure I'm all good. Okay. That just will help me keep it straight. All right, and grab my makeup sponge and or not makeup sponge, my magic eraser sponge. Is that right? Yeah, and get busy. I need more paint. Look at my fingers. So next week, it looks like either tomorrow or next week, we'll be doing the front porch leaner. And so if you want to do that project with us, here is what you will need. You will need, I purchased, it was a 10-foot, I think it was a 10-inch, 10 by 1 by 10-foot board. And then I had them in the store, I had them cut it down for me. That is not a silly question. Thank you, Tia. Dwayna, I get that question a lot. I got it years ago at IKEA. And I love it because it came in like 6 million colors. Not really 6 million, but you know what I'm saying. I love me some pink. And it's a really comfortable chair. And what's really cool about this chair is it won't roll unless it has weight in it. So if I'm not sitting in it, I can't roll it. Anyway, I don't know. To me, that's a good feature because then it doesn't just like go rolling across the room if my kids hit it or walk by it or whatever. Okay. All right, keep going. Oh, someone asked me how I clean my stencils. I don't. Am I supposed to? I let them dry. I wipe the backs of them off, you know, as I'm using them, and then I just let them dry. But, I mean, maybe you're supposed to clean them. I'm not a seasoned stencil user, so I may not be the right person to ask. But if you do not have a cutter and you want to do the buffalo plaid, I do have the buffalo plaid stencils in my Amazon affiliate store, and they're great. So if you can't cut your own or don't want to cut your own, that is also a good option. Let's see. All right, guys, let me move this down so y'all can see it. I'm just doing the whole thing. Hopefully it's not crooked. I mean, if it is, it is. All Y'all tell me in the comments, or if you're watching the replay, tell me replay. But tell me what is hanging on your front door right now. I still have a scarecrow up. Is it too late to have a scarecrow up? I'm going to, I think this afternoon, make my kids go take our pumpkins and throw them in the woods. Hello, Myra. And I think I'm going to switch it to my Give Thanks mason jar. You're supposed to clean with a Lysol wipe or something similar. Wipe clean after. Oh, no, you don't have to. Awesome. Thank you for that, Shelly. Shelly says you're supposed to clean them with like a Lysol wipe or a Clorox wipe while they're still wet, and that they'll last longer. That you don't have to clean them, but that will help them last longer. Thank you for that. I'm glad to know it's not just me that still has a scarecrow up. But somebody the other day that was painting at the studio, when I said I had a scarecrow up, they're like, scarecrows aren't for fall. Like, yes, they are. Pumpkin up on your door. Yeah, I've got pumpkins all over my front porch. I still have the lit up pumpkins with the like jack-o'-lantern faces. And so I need to get those up. But they were just so cute. My kids, like when we pull up to the house, guys, this is part of the reason that I love making door hangers. Is you pull up to the house and you just have this sense of pride in home. And I don't even know how to describe it. But you're like, that I have a door hanger that no one else in the county has because I made it myself. Like no one's looks the same. Anyway, it's just fun. And I love how you can customize everything. Hey, I need to tell you all, some of you are in my virtual paint party group, which means that you paint with me every month. We do a new project, a new door hanger project. And we also do other fun stuff randomly. And we always have, which this is new, but from now on, we are always going to have some kind of competition going, because what I know about creative people is they tend to get overwhelmed and the creative stuff falls to the wayside. So I have implemented a creativity challenge every month with a prize so that you will have an incentive to sit down and relax and create something, because you are going to be a better version of yourself if you are relaxed and you are spending time being creative. Yes, aren't they, Tia? Yes, I completely agree. And what's funny is I love me some door hangers, but the prize for last month was watercolors, because my friends were excited about learning something different. And so I love that in that group we can do more than just door hangers. And we share all kinds of projects. But if you're not a part and you want to be a part of that, we are going to have a really quiet opening coming up before Christmas. And the idea is, I had several people message me when I closed the doors in September and said, I wanted to join, but I didn't have the money, or it's not it wasn't a good time for me. And I know for me, I always ask for practical gifts for Christmas. And my husband would be all about giving me an experience if I asked for it. And so I started thinking, for those ladies that it was not the right time, or they didn't have the funds, it would be a great thing for you to ask your significant other or family for. Let me grab, now that Shelly told me what I need, let me go grab a Clorox wipe. I'll be right back. But what I was thinking was it would be a good thing to say, you know, hey honey, instead of spending a lot of money on something that's going to sit in the cabinet, or, you know, you could join our group and paint with us every month and develop that creative muscle. And the biggest thing is, oh no, I ripped it. The biggest thing is we really encourage creativity for your mental health. Like, that's why you do it. At the end of the day, like, you can paint for fun, you can paint for relaxation, but for me, mentally, I'm so much better whenever I've taken time to be creative. I did this the other day in our private group, just a quick project, these little tags, and I can show you guys how to do one of those if you want me to before I jump off today. I think I have time. I have like 45 minutes. All right, so this isn't all coming off. I waited too long, but it's better than it was. So let me grab my board, put it back up here. But what I was going to say, if you want to find out more information and know whenever we do that secret opening, just make sure you're on my wait list. Go to kinsleyscreativepalette.com, and there's a virtual paint party button at the top. Click on that and it'll take you to the wait list page. And that way you will be the first to know. Okay, let me figure out which way these go. Nope, this way. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna set these back up. This is not lining up for some reason. All right, that's not right. Yeah, it is. Guys, you know what I did? Me too. You know what I did? This is going to be a really funny buffalo plaid. Look what I did. Do y'all see that? It's kind of not, like I did two lines next to each other. So, here's what we're going to do. We are going to finish it like that. So, I'm going to have to go back. That's why it wasn't lining up. I'm going to have to go back and add some more squares. Now, I don't have to, but that way it'll be uniform. And that would make me happy if it was uniform. So let's see. All right, so I'm just gonna get my sponge and come back up here. So in saying that, don't be like me, make sure you line it up right. It's still gonna be super cute though. And then let's do this one. Tia, I have anxiety too, and I mean like medicated for anxiety. But what I found is I have to take time off on the weekends. Like I have to check out in some manner. So whether that be laying in bed watching Netflix or painting, like I have to do something that doesn't require so much mental energy. But a lot of times on the weekends is when I will do like a paint on canvas project or something that is not business related, so that I can get that creative outlet too. Okay, let's see. All right, I think that will be good. I'm just gonna have to move this over. Let me wipe the back of it off. Set that down. And then we're gonna move over. I think it actually turned out really cute, because see how I'm just not gonna have that white part in the middle. It'll just be more universal. Thank you, Jennifer. You know, sometimes we just have to embrace our mess. Let's see. line it back up. There we go. Okay. Let's keep going. I probably would have been done with my stencil work by now if I hadn't messed up. But what is it that Bob Ross says? We make happy little accidents. So what is sitting on your craft table or in the back of your brain that you want to be working on right now? You'll let me know what projects you want to be working on. And if you guys want me to do, oh yes, Tina, how did I miss the tags? I don't know. I went live maybe, might have been Sunday in the paid group, and I showed the tags, but I will do a quick tutorial on those before I get off today, as long as I have time. Let me just keep plugging along. I need to make something. I just love doing lettering and painting. Yes, Catherine. Me too. I do a lot. I've been doing a lot of door hanger template creation and then lettering stencil type templates. And I do those on my iPad. And honestly, like it's a great way to be able to create no matter where you are. Like my son just started wrestling practice Tuesday, and I needed to get our virtual paint party templates for the next few months designed because I'm going to outsource the shipping this month. And I sat down while I was at practice and I created them. Like, it was so easy because I had my iPad there. And so anyway, yes, I have to do something creative. All right, I made a little bit of a mess right there, but that's okay. Let me grab this and wipe it off. Do y'all want to see? Do you want me to show you the virtual paint party template coming up? Actually, I've got a few of them. You want to see what we've got coming up? Now let me know in the comments. Okay. All right, so I've got most of it done. This is where we're at. And so I just need to do this top and this bottom. Catherine, it's so funny because this is my home office too, like my computer and all that is over there. On the weekends, a lot of times I don't want to come in here, which I love this room. This room makes me very happy, but because when I come in here, to me, this is where I work. It's not always as relaxing. I bet y'all understand that. I bet you get that. So anyway, okay. Dude, I am struggling today to line up a stinking stencil. It's like my brain is just not working. Okay, there we go. All right. But anyway, so the only time, thank you friends, the only time that I come in here on the weekends is normally if my daughter wants to come and make something with me, because then it's not, I don't, end up working. Yes, Catherine, you want to see what's coming up? Is that what that yes was to? Oh, almost done with this. Okay, let's see. All right, that part's done. So then let me put this down here. Move this up a little bit. Okay, I will, as soon as I'm done with the stencil, I will grab my iPad and give you guys a sneak peek of what's coming up. So it's super fun stuff. And that way, if you have been thinking about joining us and you haven't done it yet, for one reason or another, you'll know what's coming up and if now is the right time for you. We do run a closed membership, so you can only get in certain times of the year. And our next opening after this won't be until probably spring of next year, just because it's a lot of work. Bringing all the new people in, getting everybody acquainted, and all that good stuff. Okay, so here it is. Obviously, I messed up a little bit whenever I painted the holes, but it still turned out really cute. So let me clean this real fast, like Shelly told me to. Clean my stencil. And then I will grab my iPad while this dries and show y'all what's coming up. This was, I don't know if y'all saw, but this little guy is what we painted this past month. And I also showed a version on a Facebook Live where I changed his, what do you call it, scarf. And I did it as buffalo plaid. It turned out really cute. So it looks so different. I think I took it next door. But it looks so different, you know, based on the way it's painted. Okay, get all my trash out of the way. I need one of those, like with Rachel Ray. You know how she has like her garbage bucket? I think she called it her GBB garbage. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna stick this in my water because I want to be able to use it again. And I'm gonna grab my iPad and show that stuff to y'all, and then I'll show you how I'm gonna put my letter on. And the last thing I'll do is I'm gonna brush some gold paint. That's what I like the most of Christmas. Yes! Okay, let me show this stuff. Roscoe, are you sleeping over here? Friends, I have a, one of my puppies. I don't know if y'all have seen him. He's been live with me before. But Roscoe, he is a hot mess. He's my baby. And when yesterday, for some reason, he got super clingy, and now he doesn't want to be away from me. All right, so this is one I haven't even shown the virtual paint party people yet. But this is just, it's not finished, so no judgment. But we will be doing oh gosh, the glare is so bad. Okay, we'll be doing a welcome sign that will be versatile, so you can use it all year long. And you can put the attachments on there. So like the 6-inch attachments for the porch leaner. So that's coming up. And then, oh, love her so much. This little girl is coming up. And she has a brother too. Okay, friends, this one is like near and dear to my heart. Years ago, it's probably been 2 or 3 years ago, Brittany Young, if y'all follow her, she's the certified celebrator. In one of her virtual paint parties, before I even knew how to paint door hangers, she was doing this adorable mailbox. And I fell in love with it. And I've had that in the back of my brain for so long. And I just thought, you know what, I'm going to design a mailbox for my peeps. So this is our Valentine. Hold on. I can't get you the good effect. It's so much prettier than what it's showing. But anyway, this mailbox. It's so cute. And then I've also got this template is coming to my shop for Christmas. That one's not one we're going to paint. It's the virtual paint party though. I'm trying to see. Oh, I forgot. Okay. So this is not the actual one that we're going to be doing. Well, it is the actual template, but we're going to be doing it. We're going to do a different spin on it. Look, friends. How cute is he? Isn't he so cute? All right, so that is just a sneak peek of some of the stuff coming up in the next few months. Or yeah, in the next few months. I am ordering. You're welcome. I'm ordering a lot of stuff to be cut for me so that I don't have, that's one less thing on my plate, and I can just ship and I can paint and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to set this about where I want it and show y'all what that's gonna look like. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab my gold paint, which I have right here. And friends, this is the Deco Art Extreme Sheen, which I love, love, love this paint. And this is the 24 karat gold color. Let me grab a paintbrush. Now that they're all clean, let me grab a paintbrush. I will put some gold on here. So let me move this so you can see it. I'm just going to brush the gold on. Now it's going to take a couple coats. But guys, this gold is fabulous. Oh, and then I need to show y'all those others, don't I? I don't want to forget. Somebody remind me if I say I'm about to get off. Y'all tell me, no, 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 show me the tags. Now, I will say, for those of you who have a Michael's close to you, I'm super jealous, but it's probably good that I don't, because I would be in there all the time. But I was so excited to find these fun letters. All right, friends. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Y'all see that? I don't know, it's hard to see, but it is such a gorgeous, gorgeous gold. Did I cut that? Catherine, this is a board I bought at Hobby Lobby last year, and I didn't paint it. I procrastinated, and then I found this at Michael's the other day. It was like maybe $4, $5. I need to find my glue. Let me see. I know it's back here. I want to see behind my curtain. I'm going to show y'all all the secrets. In just a second. I'm going to try not to whack myself in the head with that today. So I need my E6000. If I have any left, it would be right here. I don't see any. Oh, there's a tiny, tiny bit. And I have to get some more. So guys, when it comes to this E6000, I like to buy these little bitty tubes. I like to buy these little bitty tubes because this stuff gets really messy. And so that way I can just use these little tubes and throw them away. I buy them at Hobby Lobby. They come in a pack of like, I don't know, 5 or 6. But I'm going to just put E6000, if I have enough, right on the back of here. I wish I had another tube of it. I feel like I do somewhere and I'm just forgetting. Mary, you're so funny. The gnome is ready. I just need to list it. Okay, here's what I'm gonna have to do because I'm not gonna get enough out of here. I'm going to use my finger and get a bead of that. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna stick it on there, but I will have to come back and either put a brad nail in this because I didn't have enough E6000. But I'm gonna press it down. Hello, Kathy. And what I will do afterward, if it needs more, oh, you can get the little packets on Amazon. That's good to know. I usually just run and buy it at Hobby Lobby. You can use my 40% off. Okay, so friends, let me clean this off. I've got like trash everywhere. I'm gonna set this off to the side. Hobby Lobby is a sin. You are so right. Did you paint the ornament? Which ornament, love? Oh, this ornament. Yes, Kimberly. I painted this live today using a stencil. And the stencils, you can either buy the, I have the digital downloads where you can cut your own on your Silhouette or Cricut. They are on my website. or in my Etsy shop, but then also Amazon has the buffalo plaid stencils. They are in my Amazon affiliate store. All right, so let's look at this. Isn't that pretty? Oh, well, you can go back and watch. I'll play it for you, or I'll post it for you. All right, so as promised, I'm going to show you guys how I did the other. If you are a virtual paint party person, you probably already saw this, so you can ignore me, or you can watch again, whatever you want to do. Okay, so here is what I did. Michael's had these adorable little tags, and they were, I don't have the wrapper, but they were called like table settings, and they were in the Thanksgiving display, and all that stuff was 50% off. You couldn't use an additional stencil. You couldn't use the additional, you couldn't use the additional coupon on them, but they were like 14 of these, and they're MDF, but they look like vintage wood. So anyway, I bought some of these, and I bought some of this scrapbook paper, which they had in these big packs. They had these big packs on sale for $5 the other day. It was like a Veterans Day sale. There's so much fun stuff you can do with them. Kimberly, if you want to buy the stencil done, you need to buy it in my Amazon affiliate store. The stencil template to cut your own are on my website, and the ornament stencil, no, I don't have that. That was one I purchased from Hobby Lobby. I will be creating an ornament here coming up, but I haven't done one of those yet. Okay, so you see all this adorable paper. Like, look how cute. I need to cut this. I don't know why they do this. It's so hard to get off. I want to show y'all this paper because it would be great for your kids to write Santa letters on. All right, here's what we'll do. I'll grab my blade. There, that works better. Okay, so like this packet. No, you're fine, Kimberly. Like, look how cute that is. Or they could write like what they're thankful for, or a letter to their grandparents. Anyway, there were several of those sheets. There's just so much cute stuff. Okay, this is the sheet I'm gonna use. See that, with all the little snowmen on it? The other day I used some buffalo plaid sheets. So I just used these, and they're pretty heavy scrapbook paper, and I did on the back, I Mod Podged them. So those are those, and then I used a paint marker, one of the Posca pens, to letter on the front. Now those would be super cute on as gift tags on your Christmas presents, but they did come in a pack of 14, so 14 of them for $8. But I do have that same shape. I'm not sure the exact size, but I did find those on Amazon, and so those are in my Amazon affiliate store too. Okay, let me put that one up. All right, so in order to do this, I cut the twine off. You'll have to put a new piece of twine or whatever on, but just so I could lay it flat. And then turn my paper over, and I grab my Mod Podge and my little brush. Now, friends, I know that last time I looked, there it is, that Dollar Tree does carry little bottles of Mod Podge. So if you don't want to buy these big bottles. And this is the glossy, but you can use whatever. So let me move this for a second and put Mod Podge on the back of here. All right, guys, I'm just going to kind of slap it on. All right, so I got a good coat on that. Then I'm going to set my scrapbook paper down. And if you want to So there's a term when you sew that's called fussy cutting, because you like pick exactly what you want your, like what to be on there. I'm not really going to do that. What I am going to do is I'm going to put it right at the top corner, just so that I don't have as many cuts to make. I'm just going to set it right there at that top corner. Kind of push it down a little bit, just gently. And then I'm going to take, you could have a small cutter. This is just like a box cutter. And I'm going to cut right around there. Now, obviously, you don't want to do this like on your dining room table. You could use a self-healing cutting mat underneath it, or cardboard box, whatever you want to use. Let me try to lift that. Sometimes it takes two. Let's see. There we go. All right. Look at that. Look how cute. Okay, so now one side you could letter on, write somebody's name, like to Mom from Kinsley, you know. And then on the other side, you have this super fun scrapbook paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Mod Podge over this other side. If you are going to sand it down, like sand the edges to make them look rough, you want to do that before you put this layer of Mod Podge on, but you also want to do it after that other layer is dry. That is going to make that super protected and glossy, which I like the glossy look. Let me see if I can show you. It's hard to tell, but like that has a glossy finish on it. Okay, so that's that. It will dry clear. Don't worry about that. And then I'm going to show you on here. On here, you'll need to take and punch, like just use a pencil. And you'll need to punch this hole back through, which is really easy, but you want to let this dry first. Then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to use a colored pencil first to sketch out what I want it to say. I'm going to write big and tall. Do this E down here. All right, so I sketched out, it's really hard to see, but I sketched out the word peace. And I think I'm going to use black this time. I'm going to use my Posca pen, which I'm not seeing my black one. Open a new black one. Guys, these Posca pens are amazing. I will have to prime this one because it's the first time I've used it. I'm going to go ahead and put the top back on my Mod Podge so it doesn't dry out. Guys, this stuff goes a long way. I feel like I've had this same bottle of Mod Podge forever. Now to prime my pen, just like any other paint marker, I'm just gonna move this. I'm just gonna put it down and kind of wiggle it, and just keep pressing it down until I see ink come through. Come on. There, it's coming. All right. So once I have it primed, I shouldn't have to prime it again. And I may not follow these lines exactly, but they're just going to kind of be my guide. So I'm just going to trace out these letters. I do not have the best handwriting in the world. Yours will probably look 10 times better. So I wrote peace, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to thicken just the downstrokes. And I'll give it a little bit more character. Actually, I'm just thickening the ones on the left side. Alright, so there's that. Now at this point, you could add white or gold as kind of a shadow effect. I'll do white. So I'm just going to right along this inside edge. And I will tell you guys, with MDF, which is what this is, the manufactured wood, it sucks in that paint. The black does better than the white paint marker. So I am having to go over this several times to get it to show up. With the black, I did not have to do that. Pretty soon it'll show up. Just be patient. All right, so there it is. Okay, so I've got one side has the scrapbook paper, and I've punched my hole back through, and so you'll just need to take twine and put back through. But these would be super cute to decorate. You could even use them as ornaments on your Christmas tree, on packages. Oh, I want to show y'all. It's almost clear now. You'll see that? That's so cute. All right, guys. So I hope that that was fun for you today. A little bit of a creative break. I just punched that hole right through there. See how easy that was? Now, if you wanted to, you could take sanding paper and you could sand these edges after this dries all the way, or you could have done it after the bottom layer dried and before you put the top layer on. Okay, friends, I have got to get to my desk. I will see y'all later. I hope that this inspired you to be creative in some sort of fashion today. If you are not on our wait list and you want to know more about when we open back up that secret opening, make sure you go to the website and you put your email address in there so that you can get on that wait list. All right, friends, have a great day.